Rashid said that this is the game of his life. He intends to give his very best. I actually talked to Shaban Mohammed. He said he scored 2 goals in the Uganda Cup and intends to score more goals here. Amaku Fred is ready. Everyone is just warming up to have the game done. So basically for West Nileers, we're overturning the result. Is the confidence I have. We need 2 goals to start the business afresh. We need 5 goals to probably have it done, and when we score the 3rd goal, that means we are confirming our presence in the finals. And of course, for the people who are coming for the game, as a province, we have set some provisional places for you to buy tickets from. I want to confirm this to you. Our first ticket selling point will be Oil Well, that is in town, that is a Go Down Road meeting with Rene Kemp Road, just around that roundabout. If you're coming from Koboko, that's where you'll be buying your tickets. Second place would be Asili Petrol Station in Kirab. 3rd place will be the Paps Oil on Duparaka. Then we are selling tickets at the Lango Camp, and that's just to ease that particular burden of them traveling a distance buying tickets. The Langis are coming in numbers. Some of them arrived yesterday. More numbers expected today, and it will be a peaceful game. There were early meetings with the security, and of course there will be sufficient security to the maximum. We will have stewards available. We intend to have cultural performances, performances from the West Nile artists. So that means our gates will open at 10 a.m. and as we speak, tickets already available. But they will be on sale tomorrow. That's the importance of this game. We're not going to wait like that long. So by 9 a.m. tickets will be at those points where they are going to be sold, and then gates will be opening at 10 a.m. But our nearest ticket selling point is Paps Oil on Duparaka. So whoever does not have a ticket, by the time you're going to be reaching that last junction to Ababed Greenland Stadium, you'll be stopped, and the security will have a stake on you. But for the media, the accreditation list will be out. When you reach that last checkout point, the first checkout point, you only mention your name, you pull out your ID to make sure you go in there. We'll have the King of Valuru available for the game. The Lubarakari will be available for the game. I will also be able to have, as told some people in the government, top-notch people will be available. Our politicians, Honorable Timali Jackson Buti, who probably is a coordinator, will be around. Hajat Medina will probably come through, and of course we expect big numbers. Supporters like Moshe Nasraf, people like Moses Power, people like Kamure K-Class, people like Ramadan Steven, the people who probably have been, like the 5x5 aluminium guys, Mr. Ibrahim Aliga of Prince Paris and Prince Puel Station, and even the team from West Nile TV probably could be coming through. So tomorrow is, I should say, market day. Is the best day of my life. You ask me why I'm smiling. Tomorrow I turn 39, and we are also going to be cutting a cake at some point.
Okay, happy birthday to you in advance. That one won't be the only thing we'll be discussing today. Remember, FA, the round of 32 has already started. Yesterday we had games on the card. Teams like Manchester City winning against teams like Spurs, Chelsea playing a barren draw, and at the same time we'll be also talking about the ongoing African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. The game has already reached to round of 16, and today we're having 2 games on the card. Angola will be playing. You talk about countries like Nigeria, they will be tossing it out with Cameroon. But let's continue with the discussion about West Nile province taking on Lango province. Remember, we have got a peak to climb, and the peak will have to fall tomorrow up against the Lango province. 2 goals down. We need to score 2 goals, as you said, to start the business afresh. Will it be happening is actually what everyone is waiting to see. Back to the squad you actually mentioned to the viewers earlier on. You have mentioned some of the players who missed the first league encounter. They are back, and we remember so many players we actually summoned, and those players we are summoned on merit based on how they have been performing for their various clubs. And the reports had been linking in social media that the Per Mertesacker is already, Toha is already in the country to play the second league, where is the reverse fixer. Can you confirm some of the players who will still be missing the action of the reverse fixture?
Well, we will not have Fad Bayo. We won't have Ajayi Nefi and Legason.
Yes.
We won't have Toha Rashid.
Yes.
Why? Because Toha has a game even tomorrow.
Yes.
We thought it would be important. But I can tell you in his options, there is a player who will take over that role. That's Baiga Patrick. He has been decent. He's the captain of Maruz Football Club. He's a national team player, and probably will be doing that business. Then we also going to be having a player in the names of Baiga Patrick, Anyama Richard, and of course Angufido Noman. The 2 players will be able to back up Jaib Nafi and Legason. Now in the striking department is where we have headache. There are 2 main strikers we have. Leko Alfred is first class. Shaban Mohammed is first class. Amaku Fred is first class. Cromwell Abang is first class. Dada Ibrahim Bai is first class. Matata Gabriel is first class. Now, of all these strikers, it is going to be a problem. Very big problem. There are 5 attackers who are on form, who can score goals, who can do anything. Now to the midfield, you already know that Mandela Nelson has stepped in perfectly. In the presence of Baiga Patrick already, we have moved. There will be a shift. You expect a player in the names of Rashid Yakin probably to move to the midfield.
Yes.
Now Yakin will have Mandela, over there. We have Gaddafi Wahab over there. We have Abel Itude over there.
Yes.
We have players like Bida Ezra. We have players like Andama Junior, we have Rashid Kawawa Olu, Rashid Abdullahi Kawawa Olu, who probably in that team as well. Still, we will probably also be able to have, that kind of creative midfield, attack, the goals. I think a lot more will be happening in there. But like I told you, the confidence is more in the defense.
Yes.
I talked to you about Oirof Douglas. Who deputized Okocha quite well. He's in the team. Okocha is in the team as well.
Yes.
And then we have Okumu John Rogers and Atele Geriga probably to the right. And then at the central or the pack of the defense, you have players who are decent, who can do the job for you.
True.
Now the 2 guys, Vuni Bright Joseph and Baiga Patrick probably have all it takes to keep us there. Now one of the reasons I'm here is to tell people that when I say business can be done, we can overturn. I know the size of the province team we have.
Yes.
This is a team that is defending the trophy. Now, Langis are coming, knowing very well that winning the FUFA drum is not just like going to the market and picking anything and you walk away with.
True.
We have everything it takes. And I think to me the advantage has been the ability to move the games. We've tried moving games, We moved games to various places. First of all, we were able to take games to, that is Badia Ologo Paridi Stadium.
Yes.
We were able to take games to, that is Luo Grounds in Nebi. And then we play games at Ababet Greenland Stadium. That means we've played football now in about 4 venues. You look at Barokoro Stadium that hosted about 2 games in the early editions. And then you're looking at Ababet Greenland Stadium that has hosted the record number of games. And then you're also looking at that is Madia Ologo Stadium that hosted the game for the very first time. So our intentions are to make sure that in the next editions, because I know the executive and the team probably could be working hard, much as I'm leaving the project, they will be able to take games to Madia Okolo, take games to Terego. Somebody was this morning probably confirming that Leju Stadium will be able to host the games. Games should be able to go to Yumbe District, games should be able to go to Pakwach District, they should be able to go to Bongi, be able to go to Moyo District, and I think that is the beauty.
You have not mentioned Koboko.
Koboko I mentioned them already. I mentioned those ones already. So every other district that is here is in this province, about 12 of them, including the city, probably will be able to host the games. But of course, this would be in a way that we sustain the games. But my prayer is as well that Federation of Uganda Football Associations should avoid having funny fixtures. What do I mean? AFCON is going on. You organize a friendly match with Kuwait, 2 games to 2 days to the FUFA drum semi-finals first leg. It's tricky, it's like robbery, it's very unethical, it's unprofessional, it's something regrettable. You just think maybe FUFA was actually playing a game. I have been doing this boldly. I don't think FUFA will even have the audacity to suspend somebody who is just 2 games away from leaving the job.
Yes.
I would not even take it, I would not hesitate, I would even leave the job. Because it's not the most important thing. But I think there should be a roadmap. For example, before the drum starts, the FUFA drum starts, people should be able to know when is the finals.
Yes.
Africa Cup of Nations is played with program. It started, I think, on the 13th of January. It is ending on the 11th of February. So that roadmap should be there, so that at least we prepare better.
It's okay, you have reminded me of one vital thing. As being the media officer, I am asking the right person, at the same time the public relations officer for Western Nile Province. When it comes to road drive, in most cases I'm seeing this one only done in city area, and I've never seen the road drive being taken to maybe that side of Ombache. You talk about Chodamachaku, maybe deep in Marata, even you talk about the villages, or as the wards we have in the whole of Arua City. How will you, as being the media officer for the province, how are you going to engulf that? How are you going to work on that? It may not be necessary you working on that. Maybe you will have to employ some people to see that the information, the gospel reaches to people who are deep from the villages. I don't know how you are going to work upon that.
Well, I think it's a very good concern. It's a valid concern. But of course, to me, I think the issue here is that we have a digital way of doing things.
True.
you know, people are watching West Nile TV even in Europe.
Yes.
People are watching West Nile TV in a couple of places in South Sudan, DR Congo.
Yes.
And it's a reason I come to this TV, because there's no better TV than this.
True.
Now, when the TV is able to send the information, probably take it that far, the radios are doing that, then you know the type of roads we have. If somebody is made to make a sensitization on the road and in Terego, and it becomes via Yumbe and stuff like that, by the time the person is coming back, even the public address system, ISOF, will get sick. So my plea is that if possible,
yes.
If government can get resources, I know taxes are very hard to collect. If these roads are worked on, if even their sub-chapters, maybe what we can do is to empower people in the districts. The DFA should take charge. Like, for example, Maraja should sensitize their own people. Teregu should sensitize their own people. Madia Okolo should sensitize their own people, and I think this has been working. Their Madia Ologo chapter has been sensitized and they had numbers, and that's why they were able to have some amazing numbers coming into the game. We've seen this happen in the other side, of course, especially with the Aluru sub-region or Aluru province. The Aluru province, Aluru sub-province probably did have a game at low grounds. We involved the stakeholders. I sat for a meeting. We have platforms that we share information in, and
yes.
even when they were doing the Aluru culture of Irogala, what happened is during that particular time, they took the FUFA Drum Trophy for them to be motivated, and of course I can tell you that some of the members are already here, and I think at OPM grounds there is a kasiki, something built to build up to this particular game. So as people are probably wait for the game tomorrow, you can be able to go to OPM grounds, yes. Celebrate your culture, identify with the Aluru people, dance to the Ndara, and then it will be perfect. But to the point of how perfect we can get to be, it is a process. I think we can be able to deal with that situation. It's something I've been doing. I've been volunteering to do the drives myself.
True.
I think I had too many things on me.
That's why.
So it is just out of will, because
that's why
there's no proper provision for it, and I having been somebody who is an expert, I don't think there's somebody who
I understand you. That's why I said, if it's possible, maybe you dedicate some of the things to maybe colleagues. They do that one, cause you can't be in person to do all those things alone.
Yeah, I gave opportunity for people to do, but people don't come on board to do it. But of course, I do it for free as well.
Okay. Let me flash back to the other point you mentioned. FUFA Drum. You look at where these games have been played in West Nile. In most cases, they are played in Adjumani. You talked about Ababet Greenlight Stadium, the famous one, and also Low Ground. Not forgetting about the side from Zombo Barokoro. And I've loved the way how you have actually analyzed it. The upcoming drum games, of course, will be taken to the other DFAs we have in the whole of West Nile region. You talked about Maracha, Koboko municipality, you mentioned Yumbe. Just my opinion, it's not all about taking these games to your DFA. The first thing you have to work upon is, I don't think we have stadiums here in West Nile. We have got playing grounds and pitches. You will have to work on your pitches, playing grounds. At least you need to have a standard pitch whereby it can be verified by FUFA, because this game is under the tournament is under the supervision of FUFA. These are the things. It's not all about rotating like I should say like a primary football tournament or as a secondary football tournament. It's not all about that. Okay, coming to the fans part of it. I'd been thinking each and every time FUFA Drum, I don't know if you are observing, is losing its meaning, is losing the vibe. How it started and how it's going right now, there is a little bit of difference in terms of vibe. Why is it that is losing its meaning? Well,
for you to sustain every project, you need to be creative enough.
Yes.
Those years, photos were taken in black and white.
Yes.
We reached a moment that photoshops happen. You can even take a photo of the president without meeting the president. Yeah, you chill with the big boys at will. So I think Federation of Uganda Football Association should be able to evaluate the FUFA Drum.
Yes.
I told you about the roadmap. It is poor. True. It is not organized. How do, as a player to play today and tomorrow is playing another game in the drum? Now, how do you make Stanbic Uganda Cup games come when the drum games are just very near? How do you start having friendly matches for the national team, and yet you know the same players are shared between the nation and the provinces? To then the point of what people get. We talk about the sponsors. We have a number of sponsors that are involved in here.
True.
Or what do the sponsors put on board? And what is the say of the provinces? Can we see Sebei have the same mileage? Can we have, like, for example, a final taken to Sebei so that the people build up appetite? Can we have a final be taken to Karamoja so that at least people understand what the Karamojons do? I think to me why the FIFA drum is becoming complicated is because maybe people do not see new ideas. Things are fading, and that's the reason when we came in as an executive committee last season, one of the things we did when we started our campaign is we looked at the aspect of involving the stakeholder that probably will be able to put money, the rich people, the business people. Now the business people, even if they are 5, they can be able to put some good money. We are not involving the fund, the other fund. The other fund that in the past you'd see, a list where people be giving some money. For us, we have not been begging that way. So people have been giving us money out of their will, and something that we probably took. Even the artists who perform in our games, we don't facilitate them. And there's a guy called Lance Ondi. I think I should give him a credit. He did a very powerful song. He is the second person to do a province song. The first guy who did the song, brought the song, I listened to it, it was nice. I told him to come back, we polished few things because I was looking at celebrating our ancestry, FIFA drum, looking at West Nile province, looking at the white rhinos. He disappeared. I don't know where he is, but I want to give him a credit. He's done a great job. Now, Lance Only had a very amazing song, a song that trended when we were in Maria Ologo land, and it worked well. When we went to Maria Ologo land, we got up to about close to 10 million. That was collections from the public. Now, when we went to Aluru sub-province, the collections were over 5 million. That's from the community. Now, when we are here, we expect people here to take the mantle and do it. Now, a fund is not just here. West Nile is wide. When we talk West Nile, we're talking about the 12 districts and the city. Now, if we're going to be thinking we're going to gauge West Nile by the sense that we're in Arua, it is going to lose meaning. People out there's somebody in Karamoja land, of course, West Nile based in Karamoja is supporting or following the province. There's somebody who is following this province from Canada. Somebody is following this province from Europe. Yes. So you're not going to be limiting yourself and thinking this. And that's the reason we're getting into this. And I think it's important for the fans to evaluate and for us to evaluate. Are we doing the job rightly? And that's the reason I say that I've done my part. I was there last season. We delivered the trophy. As a media officer, I also want to be on record that I don't want to work for too long. I am not power hungry.
It's okay.
So when I'm exiting with my head high. I will be willing to work with the next person. I want to appreciate Toko Karim Zigizaga, who was probably the first media officer of the province. He did an amazing job. But I came in with, that vibe, that my approach was quite different. And that's why you see me in everything. When you see me everywhere, that means I'm mal-talented, I'm mal-skilled.
Okay, it's okay. I've loved the way how you are giving the description about your retirement. Is it because your contract is done, and I don't know the number of seasons you actually signed West Nile Province, you signed with West Nile Province, and at the same time, one thing the viewers want to know from you is there was a time a fan of West Nile Province, they asked me, some section of fans of West Nile Province, they asked me, are these players paid as they are playing the games for free? I said, I don't know, maybe I will best inquire the information from the media officer. So,
well, let me tell you about the payment issues. One, the biggest money the players received was about, I think, 750.
Yes.
That was only when the bonus money came. When the bonus came, there were players, section of players, about 18 of them got 750. Atioke, who is a media officer who's doing this bully work, got about 480.
Yes.
That was how payment was done. Have I complained? No, I'm happy. Two, the other time when players got a lot of money was 420. The game in Kulu, the Acholi game, that was the semi-finals. It was last season, and each player and each official got 420,000 Ugandan cedis. We traveled with 16 players that particular time. When we played here against Lango, each player pocketed about 400,000 Ugandan cedis. The players who made the 18-man squad. Yes. Those who did not make the squad, about 200,000 Ugandan cedis. Officials, I got 250,000 Ugandan cedis. Yes. And of course, we are 10 officials. I'm the only executive member who is entitled to allowances. The others don't get, even the bishops, they don't get. Now, two, the third one is about the least money we got. Recently, when we played against Lango, each person probably got about average of about 80,000 Ugandan cedis. The highest was about 120. Payments were done differently. But that money came from Mr. David Majoka Ribino, who gave us about 4 million. That I think we should appreciate him for. People I mentioned earlier, likes of Motion Ashraf, Ramadan Stephen, the Os Powers. We mentioned the Prince Paris management.
Actually,
those people have been giving us money. And this money
the reason as to why I'm asking you like that, some people may think that people embezzle money, people in the technical team. That's why I wanted you to clearly state to them. And there were, in fact, others are asking, where does the money go? Before
maybe you do that, people should understand that we make money home.
Yes.
When we're playing at home, we pay FUFA 10%.
Actually,
before we pay FUFA, we pay 18% VAT.
Actually, this is the thing I wanted you to tell to the viewers, because they are complaining that they are giving money. Where does it go? So you need to highlight
18% VAT is money that goes to URA. It is used for working on the roads that you use every time. The hospital, medicine is bought. They even use it for buying guns to protect you.
Yes.
And then this, there's also some money we pay to the DFA, the host DFA, that is Arua City or Arua DFA. We pay money to the region. They entitled some percentage, and then some monies are used for paying the public address. Like the public address we use for the 2 drives and the hosting the event and the stadium is 1.5 million Ugandan cedis. We pay security. Even for this game already security has been paid. We pay stewards, people who work and doing steward work. This game will have about 20 stewards that will be working tomorrow, and they should be paid. We also pay for the host venue, especially on Luparakazaba Greenlight Stadium, gets money. So there are a number of payments we make. We even pay accommodation of the players.
Yes.
We pay the player feeding. We pay player allowances. We pay player transport. Like we're hosting this game, FUFA doesn't give us money. FUFA expects money from us.
True. We
have a number of players who travel. Most of our players came from Kampala, over 15 of them. Each player comes here at 60,000. They actually have a discount of 10,000 from Nile Star bus. So these players come here at 60, they go back at 60. That means each player, if there are 15 players, just calculate 15 players times 120. How much is that money? And this money is coming from the gate collections. Yes. So why people think we are corrupt is because we don't want to beg from them, and it's also their human right. We all believe. Me, I'm an Africanist. I believe in the power of African traditional society. There are people who believe in Christianity. There are people who believe in Islam. There are people who believe in the other. Okay. Now, so whatever way you believe, the judgment day will come. And it will be shocking when some of you see us in the biggest paradise.
Okay, now as being a fan of West Nile Province, I've loved the way how you have actually drafted where the money is going. So no need for you to say that the money has been embezzled, so they are corrupt. No need for you to come up with such kind of a statement. And okay, let's go to the program lineup. You mentioned that there will be performance, there will be this, there will be this. Like at what time is it starting? When will it come to an end? You can briefly highlight the viewers with the program
lineup. Countdown is simple. We expected to have a pre-match meeting today because the team from FUFA arrived yesterday.
Yes.
If it doesn't happen today, then it will happen in the morning. We expect tickets to be selling from 9 a.m. in the morning, and the ticket selling points are still oil well in town. That is around the roundabout as you're going to Koboko. That is, of course, joining that go down road. Second selling point will be Asil petrol station in Kirab. They also are sponsors. And then our third selling point will Paps Oil. Now, why we're making these points available for you is to avoid congestions that they get. The other ticket selling point will be the Lango Camp. Even if the Lango Camp is Nodia Nyadi, the tickets will be able to reach there. Now, when the gates open at 10 a.m., there will be entertainment at the pitch. Music will be playing. The best DJs will be mixing music for you there. Our traditional music, our music from all the parts of West Nile. Then later, when it reaches midday, there will be announcements in regard to the, how things will be, the flow of things. When it reaches from 2 p.m., that's when we expect performances and, entertainment, high gear. That will be up to 3 p.m. Now from 3 p.m. around 3:10, that's when the players probably could be stepping in to do their warm-ups. When the players are done with their warm-ups, they will get done around 3:40. 3:45 they'll be walking back to the pitch, and that's when we expect the FUFA anthem, for the players to walk in, the Lango anthem will play, and then I will have the Lubara anthem play. The people who will be inspecting the teams will be the head of delegation from Lango and probably EXCOM member, and some other persons in there from us also as well. We'll have the leadership, especially if the bishop is there, the king is there. We will have our leaders like the mayor, RCC. They will all go, and even some of the LC5s, our MPs. We shall select about 5 people. But in case it goes more, this is Africa. Sometimes we adjust. These people will be able to go there. But in one of the programs to celebrate the day, somewhere we have a special session with the media. At halftime, I'll have all the media officers or media persons. We are cutting a cake. We're cutting a cake. The cake for my birthday, I was told somebody is donating me a cake, so we'll be cutting that cake. And it will be a farewell, because I'll be saying goodbye in a better way. I'm not saying that we're losing the game, we're winning the game, and then more celebrations will continue right after the game. I want to appreciate the far we have come. We thank God. There is nothing that puts us better than us believing in ourselves. We do believe in overturning the result. And when it happens, it happens. If it does not happen, then it will not be in best of our interest. So for me, we are here, we're giving our best shot. I have nothing against the Langi community.
Yes.
They are striving, they want to win the trophy, let them do their best. But for us, having won the trophy, we have known how important the trophy is. We do not want to buy the trophy. We want to win it. Yes. And we don't have shortcuts in life. I want to appreciate, and I want to appreciate you so much for hosting me here. As a province, we are very, very delighted to West Nile TV for always hosting us here. And then tomorrow, the media persons who are journalists, especially sports media, you will be able to access the interior part of the pitch, and you'll do your coverage. We'll be accrediting, and then for West Nile TV, you will also be able to submit for us, or probably do applications on a link that I'll share with you, so that at least everyone is comfortable. I want to apologize to people I wronged during my 10 years of work, and I want to say sorry, and to those I made happy. TOK is a brand and probably keep supporting it. But of course, tomorrow, headlining, performing top notch will be Hot G. He will be performing. And then there will be artists like West B, the likes of Afro Wide, Jem Kennedy's, Monopolies, LP Saddies, the Lucky D's, Bush Boys. So it's going to be a big one. So let's come through, let's support it. We are a very powerful region, a powerful province, and of course we can do that. We are winning this game 5-0.
Okay.
And if we don't win it 5-0, then we are winning it 10-0.
Okay.
Lango has never scored a goal in our land, and they will never score a goal in our land. Thank you very much.
Okay, we are watching the space tomorrow, but in football, history sometimes speaks, form also speaks. We don't know what will work tomorrow. It has been me, Benson Pastore, together with Tioko Badro, and is retiring. I want 10 seconds. You are retiring. Why are you retiring? You have been doing extremely wonderful work.
I believe in seeing somebody come in and do it. I'm not a person who lives when he's old.
Okay.
All my projects have been sorted, and my project at Paida Black Angels. Most of my projects have gone 3 years at most.
Okay.
The only project that I'm permanent in is keeping myself and carrying my body every time.
Okay.
I could leave the province, but I'm not leaving the region. Okay. That means I can be consulted. I have grown to a bigger rank. The only other thing remaining for me is to put a tattoo on my body for every other person to know that this is Fufa Drum, a winner with the West Nile province. I'm delighted. I'm happy. We are White Rhinos. Our strength is in diversity. Thank you.
Okay, we have talked about the biggest tournament running in the country, and we still have got the biggest tournament running in the whole continent of Africa. I'm talking about the ongoing African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast.